Hi, welcome back to An Abundant Life. Today for crafting, I've decided I want to make some tie backs for my new drapes, which you can see back in this area behind me. And everything, like I said in my end, I try and keep in the copper shades. So I've tied together a gold piece of yarn and a piece of brown twine. And I'm going to crochet these around with this wonderful copper tatting thread that I found. So I'm making a simple slip knot, and in my yarn and my twine I've made a knot here at the end so that my slip knot won't slip off the twine as I wrap it. And this as much as you do those hangers that are crocheted around with yarn to make them soft on a wire hanger. I'm sure we've all seen those in our grandmother's closets, and you may have wondered how you do that. So I've made my slip knot here. I've put it around in front of my knot of my other two fibers, and now I've stuck my crochet thread through, and I'm going to go under the twine and back and catch the thread and pull it through that slip knot. That's my first one. And I'm going to just continue doing that until I've covered the length of this twine. So I go under, around to the back, pull it around, and through the two stitches, under to the back, pull it around, and through the two stitches, and again under, around, through the two stitches, under, around, and through the two stitches. So you can see it's starting to cover the twine, and I'm going to go the whole length of what I want for my tie backs here at the B&B. So happy crafting. I'll tune in again with one of these when it's done, and you can see it actually on the drapes. Thank you for joining me. Remember to hit like and subscribe. So now we've got our wonderful little rope made for our tie back, and I'm going to show you how I make this cute little tassel to go on the end. So I'm taking just a butter dish, little bottom of a butter dish for the base of my tassel, and then I've balled up my yarn, and I'm going to hold that securely here on the butter dish, and I'm going to wrap 30 times. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of secure that with my fingers and clip it off. And then gently slide this along the butter dish base until it's off. So I should have mentioned, don't wrap this too tight or you'll have a problem. You can use a book for a larger tassel if you want, but this was just the right size, this little butter dish. Okay, now I have it off, and I've kind of got it secured with my thumb up here, up top, and my finger. And I'm just going to lay it aside very carefully, and I'm going to clip some more yarn that I'm going to use for what I will fasten it with. I'm going to tie that with just a regular knot up top here. This secures the top two of the tassel, but it's what I'll actually connect it to the tie back with. So just a double knot. And now I'm going to pull those ends up and just leave them. I'm going to cut another piece, about a foot long, I guess, and clip it. And this is what's going to make the actual bauble of the tassel. So I'm going to lay it there in the center. If you want to make a double bauble, you'll be doing this twice, but I'm making a single for this look. And I'm going to tie it to secure it. And then I'm actually going to wrap this around with a little bit more so that I can tie it, and then wrap the other tail around. And I'll be tying that again. So my tassel is super secure now. And now I've got the loops down here, which I'm going to cut open. Just take your snippers, cut those open. And then I'm going to give it a little haircut. And if you have problems getting your yarn straight, if you're using a really thick yarn and not a thin thread, you can blow dry those ends down in one direction. And once I get it where I want it, I'm just like your hairdresser, going to give it a little haircut. Cross my fingers. These aren't the sharpest scissors. I should have gotten a little sharper. You can see that gives a really nice finished look. Then I'm going to take that top very first yarn, and I'm going to get a yarn needle, and I like this one from Weaving. It's got a very large eye, and it's got a flat end through here so that it doesn't really catch on my other yarn that I'm sewing through, or my other thread. So once that's threaded, I'm going to go to the end of my tie back, where, as you remember, I placed a knot at the edge, and I'm going to sew right up through that knot with my needle. And then I'm actually going to just tie that in place. Another knot. Now I'm going to take all my loose threads, and I'm going to actually make another slip knot with my crochet thread, stick my needle through, tighten that up just a little bit, not too tight, and I'm going to use the same stitch as before. And secure all of these loose ends by wrapping them in. So again, remember, I'm going to come behind with my thread, hold it behind, and all these loose ends I'm just securing with these fingers and thumb, and then I'm going to crochet them in place. You could also use a hot glue gun to secure them in place. I think this will look nice. Okay, and at the very end, I'm going to take my needle out, clip my thread, pull it through, slip knot, and secure it down in my tie back, okay? And then this one, I'm just going to pull through one of my older stitches, kind of weave in the ends of that very last thread until it's all hidden. Now I can clip it. And there you have a beautiful tie back trimmed with your own handmade tassels. And remember to like and subscribe, and we'll be back with some more crafts later. Good morning. I've decided that my curtains in my living room really need a balance. An easy way to do this is I got matching just regular 84-inch curtains from Walmart, and I decided I wanted to make a simple swag for the ones in the living room, and I made big valances for the ones in the dining room, which is more formal. So let me see, we've got a bit of a glare here. I'm going to let the curtains drop and see if that helps just a bit. I think that'll help a little. And then I just got matching ribbon, grosgrain ribbon, over at Joann's, and I've taken an equal amount of what I'm going to have hang down, which is not a whole lot because my windows are wide, to drape, and I'm going to tie the ribbon right at the gather spots. Just in a single tie, cut them at a slant. Do the next one. This is a real easy no-sew method to get yourself a nice swag. And really give your drapes a finished look, your windows a finished look. So I'm actually going to hang these with a broom over here, and I will show you how they look. And there is a finished one.